Eric Blevins here, and I got an overview of the final day, week 9. I think now I'm 4 weeks out, so it starts off here with a bang. 455 for these two singles. The first single was okay. Not my greatest rep ever, but still moved really well. Very minimal bar slowing. This rep here I am very excited about. Look at the speed just throughout the whole lift on this. That was a great rep. That's probably one of my best bench presses that I've ever done with the smoothest form, especially considering that my shoulder was off this week a little bit because of the weather changes around here. I recover really fast from that stuff, though. I just need to take it easy when that happens. Anyways, I finished up with 3 singles after this, and then 3x3 with a little bit more drop. So working on that singles pattern. One of the things that was different is I, like a smart person, forgot my belt this day. So I ended up having my wife go get my belt for me. So I did bench first, and that jades the feelings about this bench press just a little bit because I did do them without squatting first. I then was able to do my squats, but I had to do my deadlifts right after my squats. And so that kind of that was probably one of the more difficult things I had to do. I really hated squatting after bench press. I don't know if you guys have ever squatted before you bench press on the same day, but it definitely does impact it a little bit. I'd say maybe like 3 to 5% off your bench. But benching before you squat is way worse, in my opinion. My upper back tightness suffered a lot after having done all that bench press work, and these were really difficult. I only put in the first and last sets on this just because it's kind of boring. Nothing too special about 5 to 65 for sets of 4. This isn't really supposed to be a heavyweight for me. It's more just getting some volume in. Bar path was okay this day, but I had some real misgrooves where I got forward. And again, part of that was upper back tightness due to squatting before. Depth is feeling on point. It's difficult to tell with these shorts, especially when I tuck my shirt in. It totally removes my hip crease, and it's just hard to tell. But I can tell from the relation from my hamstring to my calf that I'm getting where I need to get to. The sumos did not go as fast as last week, but they were not slow either. A lot of this was I went straight from those squat sets into sumo deadlifting, and I didn't have the break that I usually have with bench press in between there. So that's kind of making these harder for myself, and given that, these moved really well. I'll be increasing the weight on these sumos moving forward. On the reps where I am facing the other way, I'm a little bit more patient off the ground. I grab and get a good grip on the bar first, and I don't jerk quite as much. It's a little bit more smooth, and they moved all right. I did that after that rep because when I locked out, I was a little too forward, and I want to make sure that doesn't happen as the weight gets heavier. Here you'll see, though, a much smoother, natural pull. It starts a little slower off the floor, but it accelerates a lot better all the way. So that's something I'm working on, still just dialing that sumo in, but in general, that's pretty much the form I want to see in competition. I was happy with that rep. Finished up with some close grip bench, didn't go too heavy on these just to give my shoulder a little bit of a break, but really was happy with this day and overall. Now, I have an ethical dilemma for you all. I'm going to have 3 of these, and I just want you to put your answers in the comments below. This one is called the train problem, switching the tracks. You're working on a railroad site, and you see a runaway train, and it's heading towards a track with 5 workers on it, and all 5 of them will be killed. You are too far away to yell or even stop, but there's a switch where you're at where you can divert the train off to an unused area of track. But the problem is there's 1 worker on that unused area of track. So you can pull that lever and divert the train so that it kills only 1 person, or you can leave the train on its current track and it kills 5. I'd like you to write in the comments below what you would do, and if you can just explain a little bit of why, put that in there. If you are familiar with this problem and have worked on it a lot already, don't put a ton of what you think in there or add any other extra aspects to this. Just take the dilemma as it is and calculate what you would do, and we'll continue this on. I want to get through, there's another example somewhat like this, and we'll get to that in the next video. Anyways, I look forward to your answers and hope wherever you're at, you're doing well. Blessings.